What's up? What's up? What's up, YouTube? I'm turning that AC off so I can get with y'all, man. What's going on, man? Hey, we're gonna get straight into it, man. Umar Johnson follow up. Top 10 excuses. We're gonna do this and then I'm gonna go right into this right here. This breaking Dr. Umar is in big trouble. Dr. Umar is bigger trouble. Hey, so we're gonna start off with this one right here. My man Leonard, give him a thumbs up. He just dropped this video and I've been itching to try to help you guys put all this stuff together. Still, Umar has not come out. He has not said anything about any of this stuff, man. They paperwork on both buildings, where both of the buildings have water bills and all kinds of other bills that need to be paid before you can operate. I don't know too much about this, but they don't take a rocket scientist to say that, the government is putting paperwork on your buildings, man, and basically you ain't handling things correctly. Your accounts being frozen. Basically, your accounts are being frozen because you're not handling things correctly. I don't know no other way to put it. My accounts ain't being frozen. Leonard's accounts ain't being frozen. Other people's accounts ain't being frozen. I know people who accounts got frozen because they was doing stuff they ain't had no business doing. Y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Let's check this bad boy out. Here we go now. Here we go.
JH says Umar exhibits a lot of cult leader traits, demanding very drastic life changes for his listeners. Absolutely. In fact, he's programmed his cult followers and they always recite the same things over and over again. I put together a list years ago of, let me see if I can pull this up, of the top 10 excuses made by Umar Johnson followers. Let me pull this up. And we did this years ago. Quick Rashad, you guys remember this. Let's see if it still holds true to this day. And this is what I mean by the cult aspect. He's the cult leader and they don't question him. He tells them things and they repeat it verbatim with no critical thought. Top 10 excuses made by Umar Johnson followers. Number one, you didn't donate. Well, that's what Umar says. Well, you didn't donate, so you don't matter. You're not a donor. You don't matter. What you are criticism doesn't matter because you didn't donate. Isn't that what Umar Johnson followers say? Some, even I would propose that even someone that ain't donated, they say the same shit. Number two, what are you doing for the black community? How many of y'all have heard that one? If you heard the first one, hit the one. If you heard the second one, hit the two. What are you doing for the black community? They repeat the same thing. Well, that's what Umar says. Yeah, they're criticizing me, but what are they doing for the black community? See, I'm building a school. I'm building an institute. You ain't building nothing. These abandoned buildings might be taken away from Umar within the next couple of months. What you talking about? What are you doing for the black community? Hit the two if you heard that one. Number three, where's your school? Hit the three if you heard that one. I never said I was going to open up a school. So what you talking about? See? And Umar, well, all these people, they want to criticize me about the school, but they don't even have a school. See, so he repeats these things over and over again over the years, and his cult followers, they repeat it verbatim. No critical thinking, no critical thought, no intellectual process. They say exactly what Umar says. That's the cult dynamic here.
But the part that kills me is technically Umar doesn't have a school either. Umar doesn't have a school. Where's your school? You got some buildings. You call that a school? Really? Okay. All right.
Number four, name calling. Hater. That's the main one. The C word that he uses. Okay. Pastor B. He called me Pastor B. That's another one. Have you guys heard the name calling from Umar Johnson followers? When you criticize Umar or you ask a basic question like, when's the school opening? Or how much money have you raised? Well, they get the name calling. Well, Umar does the same thing. See, their cult follower falls right in line. They repeat the same stuff that he say every single time. Number five, diversionary excuses. That's deflecting. As an example, his followers will say, well, what about the black church? Okay, we're not talking about the black church. We're talking about Umar. See the diversion? It's a deflection. Umar does the same thing. He deflects a lot. You ask him a question about the school, he starts talking about something totally different. And he starts talking about, well, the black church did this. And what about the pastors in the moon? We're talking about you, homeboy. How many of you heard the diversionary excuses of the deflection? That's number 5. Hit the 5. There's a lot of those that come up with all kind of stuff with that one. Number 6, you're trying to tear another black man down. That's probably the main one that I hear. I still hear that to this day. Well, you trying to tear another black man down. How many of y'all have heard that? Hit the 6. But if you listen to Umar's rhetoric, most of what he says is disparaging towards black people in general and black men in particular. We got evidence of that today, right? So do we say that Umar's trying to tear a black man down when he's talking all this shit about black men? Talking about how they ain't doing what they're supposed to be doing, even though he ain't doing none of that either? Make sense? So that's probably the main one. You're trying to tear another black man down. I don't want to hear that. Umar's not a man in the first place. Secondly, he's a threat to the black community. He's a con man. He's a threat to these black women out here too, exploiting them for money and for them cookies. So is that tearing another black man down? No. But see, Umar has said that so many times in the past that his followers, they repeat it verbatim. That's mind control. Well, that's the cult dynamic. Number 7, black people spend money on alcohol, weave, expensive shoes, and y'all be spending money on this, so what you talk about the donations? That's number 7, but that's tied to that. That's also a deflection. Okay. But that's number 7. How many of y'all heard that? Hit the 7. Umar says that all the time. His followers say the same thing, not because they thought of it, but because their cult leader said it. Number 8, he doesn't have enough money to build a school. Well, how much money has he raised, Umar Johnson, co-follower? I don't know. But then how can you say that he doesn't have enough money to raise a school? He hasn't updated people, you donors, since 2020. He said he had raised $850,000. And in 2025, he's saying that 5 years later, over 5 years later, he's telling people that he hasn't raised $1 million, even though back in 2020, he said he raised 850,000. Why is Umar saying in 2025 that he hasn't raised $1 million? Well, I've already proven without a shadow of a doubt that Umar, bare minimum, he's raised $1,677,860. You Umar Johnson followers didn't even know that because you listen to this clown without any critical thought. That's a cult. So if you say he doesn't have enough money to build a school, that's why the school's not open. And I ask you, well, how much money has he raised? And you say, I don't know. Then how can you say that he doesn't have enough money to build a school?
And what makes it so bad, he's going off of what Dr. Umar actually put on the tax paperwork, what is documented. We ain't seeing all the documentations. We ain't seeing all the cash apps or all the other, maybe people sending checks in the mail, somebody donated face to face. That transaction, we ain't seeing those transactions. He's only can go by what's on being documented, and you know damn well ain't nobody documenting everything. Who the heck? I don't even document everything. Oops, who said that? Who said that? Here we go.
He has more than enough money to do something. Interesting enough, you don't hear this excuse as much these days because people they're hip to the game. They done seen the train wreck on the side of the road and they're tired of the traffic. Number 9, white supremacy is trying to stop me. That's where he's talking about the archdiocese and the white lawyer that helped him get the school allegedly and all this other stuff. We've heard that time and time again with Umar trying to blame white people. Hit the 9. That's the 9th one. His followers say the same thing. Well, in this oppressive society where white supremacy is hard for black men, I don't want to hear all that shit. This guy done raised over $1.6 million. Cut it out. And number 10, it takes time to build a school. Well, how much time does it take? He conceptualized this in 2004. It's been over 20 years. How long does it take? He's had enough money to get something started. But you see, he don't handle business, which is the theme for today. Instead of Umar getting online to explain why it is that he owes right now, and he's in jeopardy of these abandoned buildings being taken from him by the city of Wilmington, the state of Delaware, that he owes $38,388.22. Instead of handling that and coming to the forefront to explain that situation to his followers, he out there giving bootleg, antiquated speeches to an audience that is not even receptive to him, and he's hanging out and living his best life. What kind of man? What kind of scam? Okay, so the point is, we put that list together years ago, but it still applies to this day. Okay, that's the cult dynamic.
Dang. Deg it, boy. Deg it, boy. Deg it. I already got it queued up, baby. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Breaking. Dr. Umar Johnson is in big trouble.
If you need a way to flip your bread or build an online, you need to get
Shout
started.
out to my man, right here. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, man. Let's check it out, man.
About Umar Johnson, right?
Right.
Now I seen this actually on, Tony the Closer's page, and I've seen other people talking about this on YouTube when I got in this evening. It's breaking. Dr. Umar FDMG school is facing 2 court judgments in Delaware, totaling $76,000 for unpaid fees, water bills, and penalties. The city of Wilmington has issued writs of motion, meaning the school buildings can now be seized and auctioned by the sheriff if not paid. Now, when I see something like this, it doesn't surprise me at all. It doesn't. Because as much as I think Umar's irresponsible, I think he's irresponsible. I don't think, he done a half decent job, I guess. But I keep going back to this. I think this is what shows his incompetence. You got guys that's doing it all already out there with schools with no breakfast club, no big podcast, no millions of views a month on social media, no shade room, no world star, no media, no news coverage. And they got functioning schools every day. They out there. Shout out to the cat Randall out in Georgia. Interviewed him a few years ago. Every time I go to his Instagram page, he's showing young black boys how to do practical things in the classroom. Your tire, all the stuff that Umar talked about wanting to do. This man is doing it, and he's half your age. Half your age. And another thing I want to say is you alienated yourself with your rhetoric. Now, I'm with the whole Pan-Africanist movement, right? I'm with it. But it's chess, not checkers. You can't alienate yourself from other groups of people that may want to help you. You think Randy or Randall or one of these other guys are turning down white, East Indian, Asian donations? No, it's all to help the youth. That's the objective, to help the youth. It doesn't matter where it's coming from as long as it helps the youth. If I could take money from this person and it's going to help educate, because they do it to us. They come inside our neighborhoods, they set up shop, and they take it and they put their kids through the best schools, doctors, lawyers. So we should be doing the same thing. We should be doing the same thing. You alienated yourself from a core group of people that will probably help you, and a core group of people that have the finances, and you relegated yourself to church folks, really, single women and church folks, and people that really can't discern anything and don't know what's really going on in this world, and followers and people looking for a savior. That's who you relegated yourself to. You think people of other races and persuasions are going to donate? Hell no, because of your rhetoric. It's a way and I'm not saying that you got to, scale back. I'm just saying move strategically till you get what you want. And when you get what you want, you get the funds. Your curriculum is your curriculum. Teach them about Marcus Garvey. Teach them about Malcolm, Chisantla Overture, Jawanza Kajufa, all the people you stole your information from. Teach them about that. Teach them about the Dr. Francis Cresswell Sings and, all the great Dr. John Henry Clarks and Dr. Benz and all the great teachers. That's fine. Put that in your curriculum. But you alienate yourself from these people, right? Even brothers that might be, you attacking people that's doing interracial or whatever they call it, biracial. You attacking brothers when brothers can still contribute. Brothers can still contribute. But you put yourself in a box, essentially. And now you got these bills that's due, and I don't wish no harm on you. And I think you'll get out the situation. But it just shows a gross mismanagement of the whole entire project. God knows what you got. My thing was about accountability and responsibility. I don't care about what you're doing with women and shit like that and what you say. I don't care. I'm going off the principles that you set. When I used to watch you, I seen shit that you said. All right, this is a stand-up dude. You talk about family, you talk about this, but you don't have a family. Your daughter on the internet crashing out on you, calling you D-heads and stuff like that. You're in the world of shit. And you're saying you're going to save somebody when you haven't even saved yourself, bro. This is the crazy part about it. So you got these bills and shit, and they piling up and whatnot, and now you need the people's help. Here's what I think is going to happen. I feel like, all right, maybe he is in trouble, maybe his accounts were seized. I feel like, mark this down, Saturday, August 9th, 10:28 p.m. Somebody take this, how they cut it out on YouTube, screen record it. I want this played back if this happens. I feel like when he came out and said that his accounts were frozen, I feel like this may be the precursor for him saying, since they froze my accounts, they took the money, we lost ABC. We lost this, we lost that. We can't afford to pay this. So we lost the money since they froze it. That's what I'm thinking. I think that's going to be the exit strategy. To say, look, y'all hating Negroes and all y'all people contacted them. That's where it's going. And to me, that is sad to go out like that on a lie. If you're going to go out like a man, Umar. Go out like a man. Don't go out like a pussy and lying to people. People will respect you if you came out and say, you know what, family, I'm in over my head with this. I wanted to do this with black boys. I'm going to sell the school. I'm going to get the profit. I'm going to pivot. I'm going to do this and this or whatever. A smaller building. Start with like 5 kids, 10 kids. Start small, bro. Anybody who's ever had any type of successful business, we know about starting small. Microsoft, Apple, start it in garages. Start small. Get a small school with 10 boys if you care so much. That's what goes to show. Do you really fucking care? When I see these guys out there in the freezing cold, teaching these boys how to do practical things, teaching them mathematics, sciences, history, all the stuff you're supposed to learn. When I see them taking every dollar that they have and putting towards the youth and the next future, and I see you complaining and begging and fucking moms. I don't see you boots on the ground. It seems like it's all about money. Prove us wrong. Show yourself mentoring some black boys. Talking to some black, not in a lecture setting, when you're another pastor, whitehead, where it's all about give me. I need money. The HVAC, this and that. Come on, man. Come on. Very disappointing, bro. So I'm not surprised. I'm not getting into the bills and all, like whatever. Like, it's just all the other stuff surrounding that shit. It comes full circle, bro. Like, come on, bro. What are we doing? This is a fucking joke at this point. People are looking at you like a joke, bro. Like a joke. People are holding on to faith. You got Charlemagne, envy. They keep bringing you back, hoping and praying because Charlemagne has to, pretend like he's connected to grassroots activism and bring on swindlers and shit and people that could talk good on this program. You still got to maintain that, right? But eventually it's going to turn to a situation like Seizure and envy. He's going to have to disassociate himself from you. I wonder how much Charlemagne gave to the school. I wonder how much envy, Angela Yee, all them, Power 106, Snoop Dogg, who just reposted something to yours. I wonder how much they gave to the school. Why are you not getting support from these black athletes? Why are you not getting support from grassroots black activists? Other people are. They're flourishing. You see it? They're not online talking shit every day. They're putting plow to ground.
They're putting in work, cousin. That's what it is.
On ground. Shovel to the ground. Every single day I see them working, taking 50, 100, whatever they got, and reinvesting into the future. Guys out here coaching football teams, mentoring guys. You running around lecturing like a fucking pastor. Doing interviews and shit, talking shit. Snow bunnies and shit. But you up there, you know what I mean, in the Cherry Hill Mall, hollering at shorty. Like, come on, man. Like, this is a fucking joke at this point, bro. This is a joke. But that's it. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. Let's do better. Let's do better. Let's do better. That's my thoughts, man. Hey, hit the thumbs up on the video. You already know what it is, man. If you want to advertise on this video, hit me up. OGOD, old guy at hiphopun.com. How much longer are the people going to stand for this shit? How much longer? The man's taking your money. He won't be accountable. So to me, it's like what he's doing is like, all right, I'm going to keep going as long as they keep giving money. As long as they keep giving money, I'm going to keep on going. Fuck it. That's what he's saying. If they dumb enough to keep giving me money, all I got to do is do a couple lives. You know, it's no different than a pastor, a crooked ass pastor. Keep selling these people hope. Keep talking about interracial this. Keep talking about snow bunny this. Keep talking about this and that. Regurgitating talking points. They'll keep giving me money. They'll come keep sending me. They'll keep giving me the pussy. So we'll see how this all ends up. But when it does end up, the way I think it's going to end up, he's going to blame us and the white man. He's going to blame us. He's going to attack, the hating Negroes on here. And, you know, they called the FBI and they did the same thing they did to Marcus Garvey. Watch. Everything but being accountable. That's what men do. We take care of our children and we're accountable. Yes, we make mistakes. Yes, we F up sometimes. Sometimes we mess up big, but we take accountability and we move on. We don't point the finger and blame. We don't do that. And that's a part of being a man that doesn't come with age. Being responsible and accountable. That's all we want from you, Umar. Responsibility and accountability. But you don't think you deserve that to give it to nobody, right? Whatever, man. Very disappointing. Peace.
Whatever, man. I'm very disappointed. Peace. Me too. I'm very disappointed because I was listening. I'm so busy doing my thing. I'm listening to Umar back then or whatever. But dude, come on, bruh. It's this way. You must have been. I want to say I think it's been about $3 million, man. That's where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with $3 million. Because I know he had to have a lot of stuff that he didn't even account for. Anyway, show some responsibility, man. You got to jump out there. Today, it's Monday or Tuesday. I think today's Monday. Yeah, today is Monday morning in the Philippines. Y'all sleep. Y'all over there sleep. I'm in the Philippines. I give him to Friday, man. Friday, he got to say something. Got to say something by Friday. I'm going to get on up out of here. Umar, you got to Friday. You got to come on and say something to the people. You got to come on and ask them for more money. And we know you got to be out of money by now. And all the $10 and $20 people that you done pissed off, asking them for it. That's all you got is $10. People poor, they hurt. That's why they give it to you. They try to take their last dollar and give it to you in hope. They still got hope. So they giving it to you, hoping that something good is gonna happen. At least I can say I helped with my little $10. But as soon as I get the $10 up, you're gonna talk about some make it 20 next time. If I had 20, I would have gave you 20, but I don't have 20. These people are broke, man. And you got a nerve to say this to these people. I'm out, man. I'm only working myself up, man. I'm trying my best to make myself better. I'm trying to make myself better. Y'all take it light, take it slow. Y'all tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.